All right, well, more women are heading back into the workforce after staying home to help raise the kids. But some moms are running into issues during that hiring process.
Yeah, they sure are. An Indeed survey found that 73% of women have encountered bias in the hiring process due to their parental status. Most said the issue was from the employment gap on their resumes. Others felt their experience was undervalued.
Well, our next guest says motherhood deserves to be on that resume. Amory Kibler is the co-founder of Hey Mama, and she's joining us now to talk about it. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. So glad to be here.
All right, so Amory, tell us, why do you believe motherhood belongs on your resume?
Yeah, so we started the Motherhood on the Resume campaign to change the narrative that career breaks are career killers. The campaign highlights the value that motherhood brings to your professional and your personal life, and it destigmatizes taking time away from paid labor for motherhood.
Well, so let me ask you this. Because of the parenting bias of getting rehired, some women might be skeptical to take that advice. So what do you tell women that are unsure about whether or not they feel comfortable doing that?
Absolutely. Well, recruiters and hiring managers are going to see that you have a gap on your resume. So recruiters are saying that moms who openly and confidently address that break and talk about the skills that they've learned, the value that their experiences have had, are more likely to get hired. So it's better to be clear and to explain what you've been doing during that time.
Okay, so Amory, it's not just bias in the hiring process. There are some women who may feel that their coworkers look at them a little bit differently when they have a child care issue, or they may need to leave early to pick up a sick child from school. So how do you suggest a mama work through that?
Absolutely. And, that brings up the topic of mom guilt. Moms should not feel guilty when they are taking time to take care of their families, and especially moms that are in leadership positions. It's really important for those that have the that are able to, as leaders, put motherhood on not only on the resume but in their calendar, so that their employees can see that they're taking time to go to take their kids to the doctor or any of their other parenting commitments, because that signifies to their employees that it's safe for them to do so as well.
So, you see a lot of that. Some working moms may try to overcompensate to prove their worth in the office, but does that work, and is that necessary?
No, it's really not necessary, and it doesn't work. Moms shouldn't have to feel guilty for that. We show up for work and put in our 100% while we're there. I think a big part of being able to balance the two things is being present where you are in that moment. If you're at work, giving yourself 100% at that time. And then when you show up at home, being able to be present in that moment. So when you're getting your kids ready in the morning, being able to dedicate a special little 5 minutes to do something fun with your kids really helps to make that transition easier.
So you touched on this just a little bit. So how can a working parent really work through that mom guilt?
Yeah, the dreaded mom guilt, right? And no matter how much we try not to feel it, every mom feels it. I think the first thing is to establish why you're feeling guilty. For example, if you're feeling guilty that you aren't able to spend as much time with your kids, focus on the positive things that you've learned, right? Like the skills that you've learned and been able to improve your confidence through motherhood. And then, as I touched on, being really present in the moments when you're there with your kids and really feeling that connection. And I think focusing on how you've made a positive impact for your kids, if they're excelling at soccer or their reading has improved. Did you read with them for 30 minutes at night? Have you been kicking the soccer ball around with them? And another thing that I really love to advise parents to do is to get your kids involved in what you're doing. So okay. I love to talk to my kids about my business. Ask them what do they think that you actually do? What is your career? Maybe show them some of the businesses that you're applying to and get their feedback. And that is a great educational experience for your kids, as well as bonding.
It really is. Well, thank you so much for joining us to talk about this today. Super important topic, and we'd love to have you back. For more information on the Hey Mama networking group for moms, you can visit their website, the address right there on your screen. You can also follow them on Instagram at Hey Mama CO.